Hello everybody and welcome to round 2. We have Cameron on Esper cycling, the white being only for cast out. And we have Brandon on Ramunap red. I think Brandon's list a little less than traditional, right?
Yes. Brandon, though, his lists are always less than traditional.
He really likes combat spells.
Yes. He likes ramp spells a lot. So, Esper cycling.
Right, so he is looking to get out Archfiend of Ifnir.
Okay.
And he is, through cycling and means like that, it plays a lot like Living End in Modern.
Oh, okay.
And once you get out the Archfiend, you start cycling to board wipe your opponent and stuff like that. He also has these Vile Manifestation, which plays a lot like Tarmogoyf. But for cycling.
Alright, so turn 1 Pummeler from Brandon.
Not Pummeler, Bomat Courier.
There we go, Bomat Courier.
You're used to his usual deck.
Yes, sorry.
And so Cameron is at 18 because of the Sunscorched Desert, and he's just going to pass turn. So the Vile Manifestation is this X4 that gets +1/+0 for each card with cycling in your graveyard.
Oh, I know this card.
Yes.
Okay, because Clay kind of built a similar deck.
Yes.
The cycling deck.
Him and Cameron were both like very into this. Right. So we have Courier, blow up the one that, has more cards under it.
Yes. So what happens to the cards under it whenever it gets fatal pushed?
They stay face down and exiled.
Ooh, okay.
So you're not allowed to know what those cards specifically are.
And you don't ever get them back?
Nope.
Oh, man. I don't know how this is going to do then.
Alright, so Cameron's going to tap 2. He's going to play that Vile Manifestation, so it's just a 0/4, but that's going to be a great base for him to block with.
That's what I was about to say. It's going to be like a defender at this point.
Any of Brandon's 3 damage spells, though, are going to be able to eat this thing alive.
Well, I know...
Once it blocks.
Okay, so there's a Shock. There's a Glory Bringer. He has an Old School. What is that?
No.
I want to know what this is.
Man, these Therese Nielsen lands.
Everyone's been having really nice lands tonight.
Yeah.
Except for this bucket.
Oh, no.
This Bucket Island?
Good on you, Cameron. Bull Island.
How dare you.
The best of the islands.
Alright, so he's going to tap. Oh, no, he's... So is it whenever it attacks?
It is whenever it attacks.
Okay.
And Cameron's just going to block that, keep himself at 17.
And Shock only does 2 damage, so unfortunately he can't do anything with that.
Right.
So 3...
It's like a Godfarer's Gift was the draw for the turn. No, it's Gate to the Afterlife.
What does this do?
So Gate to the Afterlife is a direct combo with Godfarer's Gift. And we'll look at it.
I think we're all looking at it like, what is this?
Right. So Gate to the Afterlife, whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you gain 1 life. Then you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. 2 taps, sack it, search your graveyard, hand, and or library for a card named Godfarer's Gift.
Oh, okay.
Put it onto the battlefield.
Okay, okay.
And you have to have 6 or more creatures.
Yes. Alright, so Cameron's going to lose 2 life and go to 15. 16? I thought he lost 2 from the desert.
No, it's just 1.
It's just 1? Okay.
I had to think for a second. Yeah, Sunscorched is just 1 damage.
Okay. And then...
Alright, so that Vile Manifestation is not going to be able to block.
No.
Because the Earthshaker can...
Whenever it enters the battlefield, yeah. Target creature cannot block that turn.
Brandon is applying a good amount of pressure. Once he gets the Glory Bringer mana, it's going to be really hard for Cameron to
So,
deal with.
how do you get the cards out from underneath it?
You pay 1 red and sacrifice Bomat Courier and discard your hand.
And then you get to draw... Okay, and then you get all those. That's really good if you don't have a hand.
Right.
Huh.
Alright, this looks to be... I think it's the desert that exiles your opponent's graveyard.
What is it? It's like Field of Ruins?
No.
No.
Maybe that is Field of Ruin, though.
I think that's Field of Ruins.
Alright, another Therese Nielsen Mountain. And here's going to come the Glory Bringer. Let's see if Cameron has an answer for this.
I don't think he does.
He does have Bontu's Last Reckoning in his hand, though, so next turn he's going to get to do a lot of cleanup.
What does Bontu's Last Reckoning do?
3 mana Damnation, but your land's don't untap.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So he's going to kill off the 0/4 with the Glory Bringer. He's going to go ahead and exert it. So 4,
5, 6,
7. So
unless Cameron has some sort of action here, it might have a Fatal Push. Either that or he's feigning the Fatal Push.
He's going to go ahead and take it.
It's going to drop him down to 6.
But, I mean, I feel like this is fine because next turn he can't get rid of his entire board. And then those cards that are underneath it, he can't again. So,
exactly. The problem
this is fine.
really being is that Brandon can also, if he has one more land, he can actually bring back the Earthshaker
Yes.
Kinra, deal 4, and then just shock Cameron for the last 2.
Okay.
So this is going to be Brandon's recovery line.
Okay, so we're not going to?
No, that's Bantu's last
That is
reckoning.
Bantu's last reckoning? Okay, I was like, are we not going?
Alright, so that's going to deal with everything. Brandon's not going to get to look at those cards.
Oh, sad day. That is a stack of cards.
Oh, it for sure is. It is always... I love the fact that you're not allowed to look at them.
Okay, so there's an abrade.
It's a braid.
So can he just abrade the...
Gate to the Afterlife?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cameron actually should be at 7 because of the gate, because he had a creature die. That's relevant. We should probably let them know about that.
Wait, what is it?
Because gate says whenever you have a creature that dies, you gain a life.
But if he misses that trigger, then that's on him and he stays at 6, correct?
It's not a May ability.
Is it not?
You
Whenever-
gain 1 life.
Okay.
Whenever a non-token creature you control dies. So let him know before he does anything for his turn. He should be at 7.
Okay.
Yeah, Cameron, we're going to get that fixed up.
It is hot back here.
Yeah, we put in more lights. If you can tell. Yeah. All right, so this is a hostage taker.
Oh, okay. I missed this. All right. Seems fine.
Yep, and it is going to take that Hazaret hostage. Brandon
Hostage
does
taker,
have a fair amount of removal, but he's going to have to spend the abrade and the shock.
It's a 5/5, right? Hostage taker?
It's a 4/4.
It's a 4/4? Oh, okay.
It's a 4-mana 4/4.
I want to know what this other card is in his hand, because he has the abrade. He has the shock. He just drew... I cannot remember what it's called.
Oh, I guess it's a 3/3.
Okay.
That makes more sense. All right,
What is it called? That artifact.
Cameron, gain your life. He's shocking Cameron,
So he's going to go down to 6.
whether he realizes it or not.
Okay,
Okay,
he
he did.
did.
He did just catch
He
it.
just hasn't moved his... We'll move it for him. It's okay.
Yeah. He's a
There
6.
we go.
He's got us.
What is...
That's a shock.
Okay. I was like, what is
4.
this?
And that's enough for the Hazaret to attack, yeah?
Yes.
Play the courier. That's game. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Cameron's going to scoop.
Cameron never really got his wheel spinning. He didn't draw much of the actual cards with cycling. Funny enough. Which, because he's playing Bantu's Last Reckoning and all these cards main board, I wonder if the deck's too diluted. Maybe you don't have enough cycling cards anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to get to see. He's going to get to board in some more action.
What does Cameron's sideboard look like? I see the Cataclysmic Gear Hulk.
Yeah, I imagine it's just a lot of mitigation. And answer is
Okay.
probably... I mean, he has blue open for counterspells. I think I saw some negates in the middle. I see Lost Legacy at the top.
Okay. And I know Brandon's sideboard is going to be a little bit different from what you see on Channel Fireball.
So he's bringing in Magma Sprays? Or he's setting those aside as no's? Nope.
Nope, he's bringing those in.
Okay, so he's bringing in Scavenger Grounds, which is the one that exiles your opponent's graveyard.
Okay.
And he's bringing in Magma Sprays for no reason whatsoever.
No.
I guess, like, if you have something block, right? I guess there's no reason. There's not no reason behind it. If you have something block, and then you get to Magma Spray it, you get to exile it out of the graveyard, and then God Pharaoh's Gift is not a worry.
Okay.
I get the thought process behind it, but Magma Spray is just not enough damage.
No. It only deals 2.
I would lean a little bit more on the Scavenger Grounds.
He is putting that in.
Yeah.
Which I agree with 110%. Because that seems to be what Cameron's deck relies on is his graveyard.
Exactly.
So he's going to leave the shocks in. The Abrades is a good idea to keep in. I feel like that's okay.
And that's just a stack of Magma Sprays.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
I'm
these because he saw that Cameron's like one creature that he
even
was
even
0/4.
Cameron's smallest creature is a 0/4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the only creature we saw was a 0/4, but it's still a 0/4, so you can't really.
Good man. He boarded out a land.
He boarded out land. He boarded out
listens to me.
Kira?
Karizev.
Karizev. I cannot
Names-
remember her name.
Names exist.
I know she has a cute monkey on her shoulder.
Yes, Ragavan.
There we
The name of
go. The
monkey.
legendary monkey.
Yup. There's no reason my brain should retain all this knowledge. It just decides to without
Mine
my.
does that with modern.
It does that like without my permission. Like people will ask me what some obscure common was. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, is this 2 mana, 1/2 with flying, and it was devoid?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Mist Intruder." Why do I know that? Like someone literally asked me that, and I was like, "Yeah, Mist Intruder, duh!" Like everyone knows this obscure common from Battle
we
for
don't.
Zendikar. Like I'm gonna pull up Mist Intruder, and it's gonna be the exact thing that I just described. It is a 2 mana 1/2 flyer
With the
with devoid.
Yeah. It's like a miscellaneous folder that's in your head.
It is
filled with
it
magic.
is. It's
Yes.
my guy folder that everyone talks about, where like guys put they
Random stuff in the file and then they file it away. in their
exactly,
brain.
and usually it's emotions, but like no, I
It's
just show
magic.
all my emotions and then just like retain all this magic knowledge.
Alright, so Cameron's gonna ship his hand back and go down to 6. Brandon is okay with his hand. I think I saw there's scavenger grounds in it and the mountain. I believe there's a shock in there as well.
And a Bomat Courier.
There we go, Belmont character. I gotta remember what that card's name is. I always get it so confused with the Pummeler. Always confused with Pummeler.
I like that Cameron cuts his own deck like 20 times. That's a cool thing.
I had to learn to stop doing that because I would hand my opponent my deck and I would cut it in half and then hand it to them. Because I'm like, I don't cheat, so here you go.
Just
Let me
like
cut my deck, I don't care.
which half do you want to give me?
I stopped doing that though because I did it at a GP and the guy just looked at me like, what are you doing? And I was like, no, don't worry about it.
See if Cameron can find a better 6. I mean, his deck does cycle, but I don't see.
He's gonna keep.
See anything too worth it, but it's keepable.
He's like, I have 1 land. We're good. We'll keep.
We'll figure this out.
1 land, Fatal Push, go. Seems good.
Okay, so that's going to be the Horror of the Broken
That's
Sands. That's Sunscorched Desert
There we go. Okay.
and Bomat Courier. So similar line to the beginning of the last game. And Cameron's going to fall to 18 pretty quickly here. He's going to cycle that Horror of the Broken Sands.
Hopefully he draws a land.
Why do I know this?
I don't.
It's pissing me off at this point.
Okay, so he has Concealed Courtyard, and then he has Irrigated Farmland. Okay.
Alright. So he does have a white source if Cast Out becomes a relevant thing later in the game. I think he may have also cited in the Cataclysmics.
I think he did.
Alright, so Brandon has turn 2 Karizev open to him. There's no reason to play at main phase 1.
Alright, so he's going to fall down to 17.
And here comes Karizev.
It's a 2-1, correct?
It is a 1-2.
It's a 1-2.
1-2, 1-3.
Okay, and whenever it attacks, you get the 2-1 Legendary
I
Monkey.
think it's a 1-3.
Okay.
But yeah, you get the 2-1 Ragavan token.
I wonder if he has the token.
I hope he does. If he doesn't, I know where he can get one. We'll make it happen.
One day of foil.
Here at Ettin Games and Hobbies, we have all the Ragavan tokens you could ever need.
There's too many. Alright, so Cameron's going to pass.
Alright, so
He's
Ramunap
setting aside a card.
Ruins.
He's like, I'm ready.
Ramunap Ruins was the draw for the turn. I'm a big fan of signaling by setting a card aside. Like, Brandon's going to attack with everything, regardless.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yep.
yeah, before you move to combat. We're going to
Cycle.
cycle. Ooh.
Okay, I
Didn't
think he
find
was hoping for a
anything.
Fatal Push. So
Nope.
2-3, he's going to take 4, fall down to 13.
Brandon's the type of player that just lets you know that you're getting hit by the Ragavan. He doesn't
It's
put the
right here. Here's the space. There you go.
Here's the air where the Ragavan would be. Alright, so he's going to pass turn to Cameron. It looks like Cameron... What does he have? I'm looking at this top card, and it kind of has like a similar art style to the old school Duress, but I know it's not. Alright, that is going to be Gonti, Lord of Luxury. It's going to enter...
I don't even remember what Gonti does because no one ever played it whenever it first came out.
Yeah, so Brandon's going to exile, he's going to get to look at the top 4 of Brandon's library. Whoa, we're shaking way too many things over here. He's going to get to look at the top 4 of Brandon's library, and he's going to get to take a card set aside and spend mana as if it were any color to cast that
Cast
spell.
it. Oh.
Gonti's going to get abraded. Gonti also has Death Touch, so it's a pretty good blocker.
Okay.
But he still gets the ability.
Yeah, he still gets the trigger off of it.
He still gets to essentially exile a card.
Oh, okay, so we see Magma Spray, another...
There's Hazard on the top. Or is that Lightning Strike? That's the old school Lightning Strike, I think.
Is it?
I don't know. Who knows? Because Hazaret's artwork is the same color. Thanks, Wizards.
What'd you guess? It's Ramunap Red.
It's like,
Oh, and the rest go on the bottom of the library.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like Blooming Marsh and Hissing Quagmire.
Yes!
Like later in the game, they both enter tap, so you're just like, what card is this?
They're both the same.
It's the same artwork. Alright, so he's going to pass turn over to Brandon here, and Brandon's going to draw a Sunscorched Desert for the turn.
So 12.
Brandon's
1, 2,
going to
3,
start getting
4,
some Ramunap
5,
activations.
6. So right now he can potentially put Cameron down to 6.
Just off the attacks.
No, so if he were to attack, and then he has both shocks in hand,
Oh, okay.
so it'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no more, 7, 8. And then it depends
Wow.
also on what land he plays.
He already played a mountain.
Oh, he already played the mountain for turn?
I think he's going to let next turn be the turn where, like, maybe Cameron thinks that this board's manageable right now.
Yeah.
Plus, Brandon gets to at least activate Ramunap runes next turn.
That's true, yes.
So it's looking pretty bleak for Cameron.
Yeah, I guess it's because, like, I played Burn, so in my head, like, I can count down, like, how low can I get you? Because this is what this reminds me of, like, a standard Burn, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. I do like that Brandon's playing fairly conservatively.
Is that...
Champion of
Champion
the
of
Wits.
Wits. Okay. I was like, hold on.
3 mana, 2/1. You're going to draw cards equal to its current power and discard 2 cards. And then you can also bring it back later in the game as a 4/4,
Yes.
so you draw 4, discard 2.
The Embalm is 4/4, is the Eternalize.
Eternalize. Yeah.
Eternalize, okay. Embalm, you just get it back as a...
No. This is
This is Embalm. Whenever
This
you get
is
a 4/4?
Eternalize.
Okay,
It's a
Eternalize is
4/4.
whenever you get a 4/4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Wizards.
For making them almost the exact same thing. Appreciate it.
Alright, so he gets to play a Vile Manifestation here. And I believe Tarmogoyf count is at 2 cycling cards in graveyard?
So it's a 2/6?
No, it doesn't
just
get a
gets
plus
+1
on the
plus
back
O.
end. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 2/4.
It is a 2/4. Oh, and that is an Earthshaker Kenra. So yeah, this game's almost completely locked up for Cameron.
2/4, put him at 5. Make sure the 0/4 can't block.
This is math with Brittany.
So then most likely he's going to block the 2/1 with the Champion of the Wits. So he'll take 2, 4, 5, 6, go down to 3. Now
Alright,
he goes down
Sunscorched
to
Desert.
2. Okay, I'm going to need him to play it out like this. If he shocks,
Earthshaker Kenra.
yeah. So then you make the 0/4 not be able to block. Champion of Wits is obviously going to block the 2/1. Portaqua! Portaqua! You could get him down to 2!
Never mind everything Brittany was talking about.
I need Brandon to play Modern Burn. So then, like, whenever he goes back to playing Ramunap Red, he's like, okay, I can get him down to 1 right now.
We're gonna make this happen.
Ah.
So Champion of the Wits is blocking Ragavan. Vile Manifestation blocked the Bomac Courier. And only Karizev made it through, so that's only 1 damage.
So he just goes down to 7.
So he gets a Ramunap activation if he so wants. I think he's gonna go double shock. But there's no point in playing Earthshaker Kenner because he didn't get value off of it. Right?
No. He's
Shock
gonna
to
shock
the
him.
dome.
So 5.
Cameron, do some things so we can move Brandon's life total.
Shock again. Put him down to 3. So you got another shock in there?
I believe the other card was... Oh, it's Lightning Strike and Earthshaker Kenra. Oh, so Lightning Strike.
Okay, so he's just going to Lightning
does
Strike.
This.
So
Yeah.
Brandon's going to fall down to 19, Lightning Strike Cameron for 3. Okay.
Boom.
Alright, so Brandon is going to win this one.
And that's a big fat 0. Let's see what the card was. It was a Lightning Strike. Yeah, so Cameron not quite having the speed that maybe was necessary to maintain that
No,
matchup.
and we were actually sitting outside talking, and Cameron was actually saying that, because we were asking, we were like, well, do you have anything against Ramunap Red? Like, can you win against it? And he admittedly was just like, no. He's like, I can't.
Oh, man. I feel so terrible for putting this.
Oh.
It was like me with it was like what, Storm versus Hay Bears.
Yes.
I was like, thanks for putting it on camera with my worst matchup.
God.
I mean, I squeaked it out, but
That's what I was about to say. You won that one anyways.
yeah, forced me to. I'm not gonna lose in my own store. Just look like
This
a
is
scrub.
fair. This is fair. No, and then I was talking to Armando because he just won, and I asked him if he would be good against Ramunap Red, and he was like, no. I was like, but you have Sweltering Suns.
It was like
and
main
like
board, I
multiple,
believe.
yeah, and multiple board wipes, sideboard. I was like, I think you're gonna be fine. I don't know, but I think you're gonna be fine.
All right, so let's see where, if anywhere. I'll put this over here. I don't like looking at my face.
I really don't need this, but I always look at you whenever like the camera is right here. I just kind of look at you and I'm like, I'm good.
Oh man, I'm sorry that's what you're looking at. So yeah, Affinity jumped back to first, which was one of the happiest moments Saturday. Of my life.
Yes.
I was so happy about Affinity just jumping back into first.
So what confuses me is I was asking Clay this like last Saturday, why does it show it as Naya Burn? Is it only because of the Destructive Revelries that are in sideboard?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people now are doing Wear and Tear instead of Destructive. Wait, there's not even Destructive. So see, this is what I mean by why are they...
I think they're showing... I think it goes by majority, so like it's just called Burn. And
okay.
I think on Goldfish, the way they do it is like the majority of them are green, so they add the little mana symbol. Green Black Tron is in existence.
What? I mean...
Jund and Abzan are like somewhere near the top now again.
They're getting back up, and then Eldrazi and Taxis. There's Counters Company, Dredge, and Ad Nauseam.
So for anyone that doesn't know what's even going on right now, we are talking about Modern. And you can look along with us on MTG Goldfish. You just go to their metagame, and it breaks down what's doing the best. So there was an interesting idea about specifically unbanning cards.
Yes.
If we were to look at specific cards and like what were to be unbanned, and I think
that's right, Shaman.
I think what I found, there's 3 or 4 cards I think that I found that could be unbanned and it would have no impact, or it would have very little impact.
Yeah.
Bloodbraid Elf.
Yes.
Deathrite Shaman, Stoneforge Mystic. And we could try this. I'm not saying that this needs to stay forever. I mean, they unban Golgari Grave Troll every 6 months. So, so Stoneforge Mystic and JTMS.
That's what we were talking about with the JTMS. It absolutely does nothing. Like, it's bad in Modern.
So these are the big 4 that I believe at some point could possibly see an unbanning, at least to try it out, if that's something that Wizards is willing to do.
I don't think they're going to unban Deathrite Shaman, because even in Legacy...
Deathrite Shaman is just really good. So this is the problem I ran into. So I was looking at the ban list, and I was like, what else could be unbanned, if anything? And if you look at the current ban list, so one of the biggest things that I see online is maybe Tree of Tales. Tree of Tales, the green artifact land?
Yes.
Because it's the only color that Affinity doesn't operate on.
Yes.
And so maybe... But I don't think we should unban anything that makes the deck more consistent.
No,
as we can already see,
is already number 1. Like, there's...
It's in a good place. Yes. It keeps the format honest. I like where Affinity's at.
Affinity is always at the top, like, no matter. So
it's a good aggro deck to get in on the ground floor. It's one of the cheaper decks in Modern.
Yes.
So I see the argument for Tree of Tales. I don't think it's necessarily great.
No.
When I was looking at the ban list, the funny thing that I came across is if you unban almost anything, Grixis Death Shadow gets better.
Yes.
Like, almost every card on the ban list just makes Grixis Death Shadow a better deck.
Any of them.
Like, Mental Misstep, G-Probe, like, none of these should ever be considered for unbannings. No. Because there's...
Unless Ponder. If you want to unban Ponder, you let me know. I'll build a blue deck so quick.
Dude, I'll take...
Oh my gosh.
I'll take Preordain, please.
We'll just take Treasure Cruise while we're at it. No problem. Don't worry about it.
So that's what we were talking about.
It's Treasure Cruise and...
Dig.
Yes.
We should give Dig another chance.
No, it is too good.
You think in Modern that
Grixis
Dig
Death
is
Shadow
too good?
No.
They already have enough Delvers.
I think they would add it. They would make room for that.
You're saying that they're going to take threats out of their deck for another high-cost Delve spell. That only nets you 2 cards. I think we should give Dig another chance. I think that it's not... We should at least try it. It wasn't given a fair shake. Aaron Prido and I were talking about this. Treasure Cruise, it's way too powerful. Just like
Dig Through Time, though,
it's
maybe.
almost always ancestral. Dig Through Time, though, at least allows control decks to exist.
That's true. That's
We're like,
true.
this Jeskai control deck is literally a tempo deck. I don't even know why it has control in the name. It plays counterspells and Path to Exile and stuff, but like so does everything that's blue and white.
Yes.
So,
That's actually true, yeah.
so like if it, under this guise, then Abzan's like a control deck. No,
Well-
Jeskai control is more tempo-y in my opinion.
Okay, after the argument, yeah, I could see not Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time getting like another chance at it. I don't know. I don't want them to unban anything that would make Grixis Death Shadow better. I don't want to see it get better. No offense to people that play it. Like,
it's
I just,
already miserable to play against,
yes,
in my opinion.
like I just don't want to see it go anywhere else.
If you were to get to ban 2 cards in Modern, what would you ban?
Street Wraith
You would ban Street Wraith?
from Grixis. Yes, I would ban Street Wraith. That is such
I don't think Street Wraith's the problem.
in Grixis.
I don't think
In
Street
Grixis
Wraith's
Death
the
Shadow?
problem.
I feel like it is. Like, it's a 0 mana, lose 2 life, which goes towards Death Shadow, draw a card at instant speed.
So you want to hear what I think is the problem in Grixis Death Shadow?
Yes.
And I think most people don't realize it's the problem until they're at a tournament. Like, they forget about it between every tournament, and then they get to the tournament, and you get hit by a Call Guns command, and it is the most miserable feeling. All 4 of the modes on that card, at some point in the game, just make your opponent a loser.
Well, because Kolaghan's command is target opponent
destroy an
card,
artifact, which is
destroy an
super
artifact.
relevant.
Yes.
Bring back a creature from your graveyard to your hand, Snapcaster. And, like, literally, I've so many times, more often than not, seen people go, like, snap, Kolaghan's command, bring back a snap from the graveyard, and deal 2 to you.
Yeah, I can see that, but I still think, like, Kolaghan's command doesn't, to me, I understand your argument, but it doesn't add to Grixis Death Shadow the way that other cards do.
No, I do think as far as, like, life loss goes, that Street Wraith is a problem.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's literally 0, take 2, draw a card, instant
But that's
speed,
not
draw
to
step.
say that but I feel like if you do get rid of Street Wraith, that the archetype almost completely disappears. And I don't think that's fair to Death Shadow players. Like, I like Death Shadow
like
as a deck.
They've done it, though, with so many decks where they get rid of one card, and then, that deck is just gone now at that point.
I
Like,
mean,
that's
well,
what
we're
they've done
seeing
a lot.
Dredge have a recent resurgence, which is...
I'm really happy because I actually really like Dredge.
Well, Dredge and Affinity both are those decks that, like,
Yes.
punish you for not being prepared.
I'm not gonna lie, you said 2. My second would actually be Valakut. I would get rid of Valakut again.
Yes.
Like,
I agree.
This is... I
Titan
think
Shift
it was,
is also miserable to play against.
Yes, I think that was one of the things that they should not have
Make sure
let
Brendan's
back
not in the
into
chat.
Modern.
Okay, good. Just making sure Brendan's not in the chat. Yeah. No. Like, Titan Shift is miserable to play against. So, it's the only combo deck I've ever seen that just naturally wins.
Yeah.
If the game goes long enough.
Yep.
Like, you can strip Scape Shift, you can strip Primetime, and they'll still find a way to win the game.
Yes.
And that to me is a problem with consistency.
That's why people are like, well, they can just ban Scape Shift. I'm like, that doesn't work because you can still play Primetime, set Valakut off, you die. Like, either way, like, no matter what you do, those Valakuts are going to go off somehow, some way. So I think that would be my second card that I would get rid of. Those are my 2 cards.
So my specific 2 cards would be probably... I mean, I do like the argument for Street Wraith. It'd be either that or Call Guns Command. I just think that the card currently in Modern does too many good things. Because, I mean, Shatter plus
Yes.
Raven's Crime
Yes.
plus Shock plus Raise Dead.
Yeah.
Like, the card is 4 historically really good cards put together.
Yeah.
And I think...
That's what I'm saying. I can understand that.
Yeah, and paired with Snapcaster Mage, which Snapcaster Mage is a format staple.
That's
you
just
don't get rid
so
of that.
good. You don't ever get rid of
No.
Snapcaster.
It's like
That's like 4
Brainstorm.
decks gone.
It's like Brainstorm and Legacy. Like, it's just never going to get a banning. We know it's a problem, but we're not
but
going to
it's
deal
just
with it.
too good. No, they'll never get rid of it.
It's like Workshop and Vintage. They'll just keep restricting artifacts down to 1 until there's no artifacts left. And all you have is your 4 Workshops and a 1 of each artifact in your deck.
What would be your second card? Because
My
you said Kolaghan's Band.
So my second card would be... This is an extremely unpopular opinion, probably, but it would be Eldrazi Temple. I think Wizards personally crapped the bed when they printed all these low-cost Eldrazi. I think that was one of the biggest mistakes that the company's ever
Well, they already
made.
banned Ayavugan.
They did already ban Ayavugan, and we're currently seeing that it's not helping.
No.
And personally, like, I'll play against Grixis Death Shadow because at least that's play to it. Yes. If more often than not, and they always get these hands against me, like Eldrazi Tron will just have the nuts and beat you.
Yes.
Like they'll just go like
2 Eldrazi Temples, a piece
Yeah.
of Tron, and like face.
yeah, and then like 4 Reality Smashers
Yes.
are in hand.
And then you're gone.
And the deck is just like it almost seems like hyper consistent because any of their lands benefits them. They don't have to shoot for Tron, which
No.
I'm fine with regular Tron because they have to work for it.
Yeah. Whereas Eldrazi Tron, like your expedition map, when you crack it, you do not go in for a piece
Yeah,
of
you can
Tron.
grab
You
Sanctum.
go in.
Yes, you can grab that one where you draw a card, like
Seagate Wreckage.
Seagate Wreckage. See, I don't even care to memorize cards in this deck. It plays Chalice's main board, which at one time was like a taboo thing to do in Modern.
But it's really good.
Yeah.
Because when I played the Eldrazi Tron, Chalice was just so good.
That's amazing. It only turns off your map when you Chalice for
Yeah.
1, but it turns off like almost
Everything
all of
else
Grixis
for
Death Shadow.
everything. Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't really turn off anything with Gift Storm, which is why we're seeing Gift Storm kind of take over.
Yeah. I
you
feel
have to
like
put it on 2 to really.
that's what I was about to
really
say. You
cripple.
just have to put it on 2 and then call it a day.
So let's see where Standard's at, because I know Nationals. Shout out to Bay, which is Reed Duke, not my fiance Lauren. She's other Bay. So shout out to Bay, which is Reed Duke. He is the leader of the Nationals team this year
Oh, wow.
because he's a really good Magic player.
Timber Energy is 24.67% of the meta. That is
Yeah.
insane.
So Nationals just happened, and Jerry Thompson and some other guy made finals, and so they're going to be Reed's partners for the Worlds tournament.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm pretty excited because Standard, despite this number being really scary, like Timber Energy being 25% of the field, like I said, if you can just get better with any of these decks, you can beat Timber.
Yeah, like there's a blue-white control, the Abzan tokens.
Yeah, this
I love
Abzan
this
tokens.
Abzan tokens.
Yeah, this Abzan. If anyone hasn't seen this Abzan tokens list is
Really
awesome. Yeah, not this standard IQ one, but the one that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like rude about SCG, but I was just talking to someone about this. Like, it's not. It almost doesn't even feel like real Magic because if you get first, you only get like $5,000.
Okay, to me that's a lot though. So
No.
like...
And to me, that's a lot. Like that's good money. Like I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not as much as like say winning a GP, but they have similar attendance.
So, speaking of, did you see the new like rulings for day 2 of GPs and whatnot?
What?
That it is no longer 6-3, it's 6-2. Wizards of the Coast changed the rulings.
So
day
it
2,
used to be X2, and they switched it back to X2.
Yes, it is now X2. It's no longer X3, it is X2 now. And then the new promos.
I'm gonna have to try harder.
Yes, it's harder now to do
It's
that.
the year I decided to go to GPs.
And then your GP promos are promo Mutavaults, and then your RPTQ promos are promo Noble Hierarchs.
Oh.
Yes. The best I've ever done it as a PPTQ.
Let's not bring back Aetherworks Marvel and say we didn't.
But
I mean, I understand. So like spinning the wheels is super fun. Not when you're sitting on the opposite side of the table.
no.
Um,
But so if you look these cards up, the Mutavaults they're nice. They're very nice.
was this the
Wizards.
2018 promos?
Yes. 2018 promos. It's on Wizards. It's the only place that you can find the pictures for them right now.
That's awesome.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm sure they're like somewhere online or.
Okay, there it is. Yeah.
This one?
Grand Prix updates. See, day 2 cut is now 6-2, no longer 6-3.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, but it's 8 rounds instead of 9, right?
Yep.
So that's not as.
So there's the
bad.
Noble Hierarch. The RPTQ Noble Hierarch. See if it pulls up. Oh no, go down. Scroll down. So there's a Mutavault.
Oh man, promo Mutavaults historically go for large amounts of money.
Mutavaults are going to fall so hard though right now. Here, let me see if I can find, because I don't know where the promo. Oh, there it is.
Ooh, this Noble Hierarch is
Gorgeous.
absolutely gorgeous, and a card that
think it's
needs
beautiful.
a promo to begin with. Like, it needs 7 reprints to begin with.
I'm
but-
so excited. I'm probably just gonna end up seeing if I can buy a playset off of somebody. Because the best I've ever done at a PPTQ is 3rd. So I don't know.
Okay, so shout out to Houston because we have RGP, and I'm gonna be playing in that one. That's.
Are you gonna do limited?
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh.
I'll be playing every main event at every GP I go to.
I'll go to France.
I am so like the jokes we were making about me retaining too much knowledge. I'm so tired of having this knowledge and not using it. So I'm gonna be playing a lot of GPs next year. I'm even looking at this Toronto GP.
Going to Canada? Do you have your passport?
I don't have my passport. I can make it happen.
You can actually. If you do it now, you can make it happen.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I would
and I mean
love
modern
to go.
like deal.
Yeah. Where are all of the scroll down? I want to see where more of the modern ones are.
So
wow, okay.
modern in France, like they're almost all overseas.
Team Limited?
Yeah, Team Limited is no fun, by the way.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Connecticut is having modern. Hartford, Connecticut, April 13th.
Oh, but I want to go to Seattle the week before.
Oh, so it's going to be Legacy and Standard in Seattle?
Yeah.
I'm down.
This is going to be the same thing in Vegas, too.
Oh, I am down for Seattle.
This, dude, in
I'll
the middle
do
of the
Legacy.
year, Seattle's probably beautiful.
I'm doing Legacy.
And then Sydney, Australia is the Team Unified Modern.
Oh my god.
I remember seeing that. Yeah, it's like all overseas.
I'm so jealous to all the overseas right now.
Dallas in Limited, I'm going to that one.
Yes, we're going to that one as well.
I'm thinking about Seattle. Probably not going to go to DC.
I'm not, no, for Team Limited. Vegas is
Team
modern
Trio is
limited.
constructed, though, in Toronto. Toronto has 2 GPs. Man. Yeah, this is a problem. Las Vegas in June. I'm definitely going to that one. That one's already been planned out. Oh, Modern and Limited is Las Vegas.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. So I'll probably be playing. I wish I could play both events.
Man. I might
one or the
consider
other.
going to Vegas because it is next year and I want to play in a modern GP. Like, I miss playing in modern GPs.
Well, my coworker John that works here,
Mm-hmm.
I believe he has or he told me they have a family vacation home in Vegas. He's like, y'all can totally use it and won't charge you anything. So that's what I mean.
How many people are we going with?
I don't have a group at all right
Hi.
now, so it'll be
I'm now Chad's group.
it'll be Lauren and I and you and Dom.
Oh my gosh.
This Japan one, I think y'all were talking about this, but this is
were.
limited. Like, why would
Yep.
you want to go overseas and play limited?
Well, because we also wanted to just go to Japan. Like,
mean,
a
that's
lot of us have
fair.
never been, and I want to go to Harajuku Street so badly.
I might want to go to this Pittsburgh one.
I want to go to this Rhode Island Providence one. The modern in Rhode Island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the one I would want to go to.
We can-
modern
we can make
GPs are
this
my
happen.
favorite.
So earlier June and earlier July. I mean, if y'all want to
You
like,
could pick one.
y'all are gonna pick one.
I'd probably end up picking Vegas.
Yeah.
That's so much money, though. Just be like traveling to Rhode Island, traveling to Vegas. Like,
Not if you travel with a large enough group.
that's true.
Team Modern in Detroit.
Oh, that.
That's.
This time Dom is not playing. What was it?
Oh, you're
Amulet Titan?
Amulet Titan. Yeah.
Yes, he's not playing that this time.
Hong
Hong
Kong.
Kong, Hong Kong. Nice.
Modern. They
Atlanta,
Atlanta. Where is Atlanta?
down bottom, November 2nd.
I just don't like going to Atlanta. Shout out to anybody from Atlanta.
I've never been to Atlanta. I don't know what it's like.
Ooh,
No?
I went to
Okay.
Brewer I went with Brewer a couple years ago, and
Negative.
I don't think it was him that was making it bad. I think it was shout out to Brewer. I think it was just the experience. I felt like I was always being followed by homeless people.
Negative, I'm good.
Yeah, like, and they were always wanting to show me to my hotel and
No.
wanted money.
In Dallas, there was one homeless
And it was
guy.
like an epidemic. Like this was like everywhere I went.
No. So Dom and I have been to Dallas 3 times now.
Dude, go to Japan for Legacy.
Maybe that's the one he was talking about.
November 29th through December 2nd. That's probably
Maybe
a huge
that
one.
may have been the one that he was talking about. Oh, there's the one in Portland. I want to go to
I'll probably go
Portland.
to that one because
Yes.
that's at the end of the year.
And I love Portland. Like, it's
I've never
such a
been.
gorgeous place. Oh my god.
And then get another Canada one. Gosh, I wanna
Canada
go to
gets so much.
so bad.
I can't. Man.
All right, so we are going to take a quick break right now because it looks like the
Yes.
clock has about 10 minutes, so we'll take a 10-minute recess, and we will go to this.
What time is it? It's 9 o'clock.
All right, so we'll be back around 9:15. We're gonna shoot for that. You can hop on over to Stranger Things too if that's what you're doing in your spare
I
time.
forgot that was.
Ooh, I didn't. I
Yes.
was watching it at 2 in the morning last night.
I'm jealous.
So good. All right, everybody. Thank you very much.